everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, I haven't done a live show in a long time, so I thought, why not? Let's do a live. And also because I came across the People magazine article, Me Gain's favorite place to drop her misinformation. And I thought, we should do a show on this because I think Harry has just dropped another major lie from his book. I haven't, of course, I haven't read his book or listened to it, but everything I've heard about from this book, every recording clip I've heard, have all just been lie after lie after lie. And this one's the latest one. So I wanted to just see what people thought about it. Hi, Patricia. How are you? Good morning. Yeah, so let's look at this People magazine article. People has the exclusive on this christening story. So Megan is exclusively with People. Says and I look at the first sentence. As grandchildren of the monarch, Archie and Lilibet are afforded the titles of prince and princess. That's the first lines. What does that tell you? They're talking about a christening, and the very first line, they're like, they deserve a title. They're supposed to have it. I mean, it's like pushing for those titles. People magazine's advocating for Harry and Meghan here. Says Meghan Markle and Prince Harry are celebrating the christening of their daughter, Princess Lilibet Diana. And by the way, there's another article talking about how Harry called the Queen when she was still alive about naming her, using the offensively naming their daughter after, and this is Meghan. This is all Meghan saying, "You don't own the word royal." So she's getting revenge on the Queen, I believe, with this one, saying, "You don't own the word Lilibet. I'm going to take it and use it. Take that." Um, but Harry called the Queen and said, "We're going to be using your nickname Lilibet." Basically told her that's what they were doing. And then he turned around and lied to people and said, "Oh, I asked the Queen's permission. She gave me her permission." That's not what the Queen said. The Queen said you called her up and you told her you were going to use it. So there's that. So anyways, that's another article, not here in People, of course. People isn't going to publish the truth. They're going to publish whatever Meghan tells them. But get this, though. You can tell they're lying here. So anyways, People exclusively confirms that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex held a christening for their 21-month-old daughter. That's a long time to wait for a christening, isn't it? I mean, the kid's practically a toddler by this point. I mean, are you supposed to do this like relatively soon? When people normally do it like not so long after the birth when, it's not so difficult to hold a baby. Wow, a lot of people around. Glad you're all around. So they had a small and intimate ceremony at their home in Montecito. So apparently this christening was done in their home. Yeah, with the voodoo priestess and the other energy healers. Wow. I wonder what kind of christening this was, quote unquote christening. Don't christenings have to happen in a church? Or am I just old fashioned? I mean, so basically, they brought Lilibet over to the bathtub and took one of they probably went on Yelp and found someone who's some kind of pastor or something. They don't say. I can tell you right now, this is definitely not a Roman Catholic or a traditional christening here. I would stretch the imagination to call this a christening, in my opinion. But wow, wow. So let me see here. All right. So they had it in their home, and when reached by People, a spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess said, quote, "I can confirm that Princess Lilibet Diana was christened on Friday, March 3rd by the Bishop of the Episcopal Diocese of Los Angeles, the Reverend John Taylor." So if they had this done by a bishop, why didn't they do the christening in a church? Does that make any sense? Oh, I know. Harry and Meghan need their privacy. Is that it? We want our privacy. We want privacy. On their privacy tour. I mean, come on, you can't have a christening in a house. You gotta have it in a church. That's not a real christening. I'm sorry. This is like You're supposed to have it in the house of God. You can't have it in the house of Megan. And of course, Megan thinks she's a goddess, so I mean, that's why they did it there. Something really. This whole story just stinks from beginning to end. I gotta tell you. Yeah, this whole story stinks. So it gets worse. All right, so allegedly it happened on March 3rd by this Reverend John Taylor. And according to a source, which will turn out to be a lie, because remember, Meghan lied and said she got married 3 days before the wedding, and the Archbishop of Canterbury had to come out and say, "No, no, you didn't." Right. So, how much you want to make a bet this Reverend's going to come out and say, "No, no, it didn't happen." Right. Let's see what happens with that. Meghan seems to enjoy lying about what bishops do. I mean, is that like one facet of her evil? Like, the demon in her can't help it. They have to lie about these church figures. I don't know, just saying, possibility here with Meghan. So, anyways, according to a source, Meghan 41 and Harry 38 extended an invite to Charles, Camilla, William, and Catherine, but they were not in attendance. You don't say. What? They didn't drop everything in the middle of getting ready for a coronation and just fly over, 24 hours to go see you? Says after their grandfather became monarch following the death of Queen Elizabeth last September, Archie III and Lilibet were afforded the titles of prince and princess under the rules set out by King George V in 1917. But the Queen changed that later, so this is not the full story, but what the Express goes into it in detail. People People magazine understands that the palace will update their website to reflect Archie and Lily's titles, which are currently listed as Master Archie Mountbatten Windsor and Miss Lilibet Mountbatten Windsor. Yeah, took a while to come around to it because they had to work things out with Charles first. King Charles had some strings attached, apparently, for Harry and Meghan before they could use titles. Quote, the children's titles have been a birthright since their grandfather became monarch. No, no, it isn't because they changed it. A spokesperson for the Duke and Duchess of Suing and Sex told People. The matter has been settled for some time in alignment with Buckingham Palace. Yeah, no, no, it wasn't. That's not a lie. There's a lie right there. I'm telling you, that's a lie. An insider tells People there were 20 to 30 guests at Friday's intimate gathering in their home, including Megan's mother, Doria Ragland, and Lilibet's godfather, Tyler Perry. I just can't get over that one. And an unnamed godmother. Oh, so there's a godmother too, and she was unnamed. Uh-huh. So they of course they want you to assume it was Oprah. Could have been, who knows? Following, or it could have been maybe it's Hillary, maybe Hillary flew in to give her, evil demon juju there. Following the ceremony, attendees were treated to an afternoon of food and dancing. Food and dancing after a christening? And Archie enjoyed a dance with his little sister! Exclamation point. Yeah, I don't think so. Like this the whole thing. Of course, there's no pictures, right? No pictures, no video. Just this happened last week, by the way. And in my video tomorrow morning in my premiere, I go into why that happened. Anyways, Perry was spotted arriving in Montecito last week ahead of the christening. He flew in for the ceremony from his home in Atlanta with a 10-person gossip choir. Oh, get this. A 10-person gossip choir that sang "Oh Happy Day" and "This Little Light of Mine." They play Wait, this is a christening. So they brought in a choir to sing their wedding song. What is it with Megan and this song? They also did it. Remember that her first podcast, her and Harry came out like "This Little Light of Mine." Yeah, they sang it there too. She is really obsessed with this little light of mine, and just saying Lucifer is light. Just saying, lightning bolts. Coincidence. So she's really into the light stuff. Just saying. A song that was played at Meghan and Harry's wedding. I find this is a christening, and she's turning it into a concert, a party. It's like at her home. Yeah. An exclusive interview with People. Okay, get this. In January, Prince Harry spoke of his wish to have a meaningful relationship with the royal family. Quote, I've said before that I want a family and not an institution. So, of course, I would love nothing more than for our children to have a relationship with members of my family, and they do with some, which brings me great joy, Harry said. Yeah, they have no joy. They've one thing about Harry and Meghan, joy is not a word used to describe them. They are so full of it here. When they're not complaining, they're full of joy. And the Little Mermaid. Harry also opened up about unless he's high on his mescaline, maybe that's what's giving him joy. But anyways, Harry also opened up. Okay, here's the big lie. What do you think? I think this is a huge lie. I think Harry made this whole thing up, and he's lying through his teeth about his dead grandmother. Check this out. Harry opened up about his children's special visit to his great grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, before her death in his memoir Spare. Quote, I couldn't stop picturing them with Granny, the final visit. Archie making deep, chivalrous bows. His baby sister Lilibet cuddling the monarch's shins. Sweetest children, Granny said, sounding bemused. She'd expecting them to be a bit more dot 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 American. I think meaning in her mind more rambunctious, Harry wrote. Whoa. So Harry's doing a double thing here. I think he's making this whole story up. I mean, Arch. This is such making something up. Maybe on his mescaline trip or what is that called? The ayahuasca, whatever he takes, that hallucinogenic. I think maybe Harry is hallucinating, and he's so far from reality. He may really believe this happened, but I don't think this ever. Are you kidding me? Yeah, Archie came in and just started doing bows and bows, and and Lilibet was clinging to the queen's shins, cuddling the monarch's shins, and then he claims that the queen basically insulted Americans, which we know the queen would never do. But Harry is doing it. Harry is sending out the message. Oh, and the queen insulted Americans. Like, oh, you thought you'd be so American. So now they're going from racism to like xenophobia now. So maybe they're going to start accusing the royal family of xenophobia. But I mean, when did this supposed visit happen? Of course, they have no time for this. You know this never happened. Yeah, kids don't cuddle up to strangers. Exactly. So look at this, another lie from his book is just full of one lie after another. And he's lying about the queen that he named his daughter after to insult her using her nickname, her personal nickname. Yeah. Yeah, the queen, exactly, Sharon. The queen invited them several times, but they never went. Exactly. The queen had never seen these children, I don't think. Maybe once. She definitely all right, she saw when they visited for the Jubilee, right? She went for one 10-minute visit and Meghan wanted a picture and she wouldn't let them take it. Maybe that's the Jubilee might be the one time, but I don't believe that Archie had the wherewithal to sit there and do bows. Maybe with his parents coaxing him, he did one or something. And I don't think the girl Lilibet went and grabbed her shins. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you don't think the queen ever met the kids? Let's look into this one. I'm going to stop right here because this story just reeked of being a total lie to me. I just thought that this whole thing it just sounds so contrived, like Harry and Meghan. It sounds so fake and phony like them. You know what I mean? Like he's imagined this scenario of what would happen if the queen met Archie and Lilibet. So I've got the gummy bear tarot for Harry here. He gets his munchies after smoking all the pot and whatever else he's doing. So this is a good one for him. Does Harry now? First of all, Harry might really believe this happened though, because remember he's drugged out and taking mind altering hallucinogenics that maybe he thinks it really did happen this way. Does Harry really believe this? Oh, look at that. Uh huh. Yeah, see, he's trying to flip. They're using this whole story to flip the trying to get sympathy, right? So now suddenly Harry is full of joy and talking about his grandmother because he knows him and Meghan have been attacked and attacked and criticized and criticized. And so this is how they're trying to. He's using this story to try to turn around. They're spinning, trying to spin around the way they're perceived. So when Harry and Meghan are being criticized for all their lies and stupidity and drug taking and other nastiness and charging $60 for a Zoom call in order to try to save their reputation, he's bringing the Queen into it. Like, I'm still the Queen's you know grandson here, great grandson, grandson, excuse me. So yeah, yeah, so they're really yeah, this story is just trying to turn around false memory syndrome. Yeah. I gotta look into that false memory. I think he's definitely got false memory syndrome here, or he's just hallucinating stuff. So I think there's definitely narrative spinning. Does Harry really think it happened though? Is Harry so crazy? Oh, yeah. So this is Megan's idea for sure. Megan's like, well, tell everyone this happened and that happened. Uh-huh. Queen of Pentacles reversed. For the money, the gold digger woman, Megan, and Doria. I think Doria's got a large. You see Doria's everywhere, right? She's always there. She is behind a lot. So Doria and Megan were telling Harry, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this story in. You're gonna see the last time how Archie and Lilibet met their grandmother. And don't forget, they've never met Thomas Markle, who recently had a stroke and is still recovering from it. I mean, these children, they don't. Harry and Meghan are abused elderly people. They are elder abusers in my book. If not physically, then definitely mentally and emotionally. There's no other way to look at it. And for Harry to try to claim that he was suddenly nice to his grandmother, um, not the way they treated her, not the way they're treating Thomas Markle either. So this is a whole big story for money for People Magazine paid a lot of money for this. You know that People pays big money for stuff like this. But normally People Magazine would want pictures of the christening, and there's no pictures here, right? How can you do a whole story about a christening? There's not one picture in it. What kind of craziness is Harry and Meghan are so fake and phony, and you know, everything they do is so underhanded and ridiculous. It's like, oh, we got married last week, but no pictures. We just want to tell you about it without any pictures because we want our privacy. And we want you to pay millions of dollars for the picture. That's what it's really about. Wow. Unbelievable. So I think, is this story true? It's not true. I don't buy this for a second. Well, I'll ask the cards. Yes, no is difficult, but I'll ask. Is this story true? Is this story true? Harry's saying, no. He's making it up. Harry smoked too many marijuana joints. He's high as a kite. This is him with his 10 marijuana joints, like inhaling deeply. He's like, or this is him inhaling his ayahuasca. I don't know how you take ayahuasca or however you say it. This is Harry. He was high as a kite. He's hallucinating. He's made the whole thing up. It's all a big lie. Everything in his book was a lie. It's unbelievable. Yeah, the other Markles got real quiet. Uh-huh. Yeah, happy family agenda. Exactly. Suddenly they're full of joy. These two constant complainers who are so miserable and nasty. Like, oh no, we're so full of joy. I think they're kidding as they attack people online. Their Sussex squad. Yeah, he feels joy when he's closing down people's accounts on Twitter. Fills him with such joy. Okay, now get this. Get this. Explain this one to me. In December, it says here, Tyler Perry revealed that he is godfather to Lilibet, who was born June 4th, 2021. I thought the christening took place on March 3rd. How would Tyler Perry know he's a godfather in December? I mean, it doesn't say that he's going to be godfather. In December, he revealed that he is godfather, right? So what's going on? Was there really a christening on March 3rd or not? Because Tyler Perry was telling people he is the Godfather back in December, 4 months earlier, it looks like. So what's that about? right? So that's why I'm reading this article and I'm just like, God, you know, this is the problem with lying and lying and lying. They can't keep anything straight. I mean, it's just craziness. Yeah, so apparently, yeah, according to the Express, well, I'll go into it tomorrow's reading, so I'm not going to go into the whole title thing. But this People magazine article, what the hell is People doing? What the hell are they doing? They've lost the plot. They've lost it, I tell you. Yeah. So anyway, so that's bizarre. So apparently Tyler Perry going around saying he is the godfather 4 months before the alleged christening in Harry and Meghan's home. A filmmaker says here the filmmaker recalled the final episode of the Netflix docu-series Harry and Meghan that the couple asked him to accept the role in 2021 after Lily was born. Hmm. Why is Tyler Perry so important to Harry and Meghan? Why is he always there? Why is he the godfather? Why is he so close with them? I don't what's this is like their deep state connection. Is he their handler or something? Let's ask. Tyler Perry's got a shady background, doesn't he? A shady history. This guy. I gotta look him up again. I haven't looked him up recently, but I know there's something really shady about this guy. He was doing. What was he doing? There was something really questionable he did. I gotta think of it again. I saw an article about it. Why are they kissing? Why is Tyler Perry suddenly their best friend? Maybe he's their drug dealer. I mean, where are Harry and Meghan getting all this ayahuasca from, right? We already know that the Meghan's family provides the Markle Sparkle, but marijuana money, yeah, they get money from him. You think? Yeah, probably. There's something really bizarre here. Five of Wands. He's one of their defenders. They bring him out to be one of their defenders, and he gets free PR from it, I guess. So he likes getting more attention. Yeah, but they're working together on stuff for sure. They're a cabal group here for sure. They're all part of the same cabal here, same uh, group of some sort, drug dealing, who knows? But whatever the group is, they're all a part of it. So they only met Tyler Perry when they moved from Vancouver. Yeah, so that's why I'm wondering why is he such a large part of their lives when they only just met when they just moved there, you know. Oh, there's definitely the Oprah Winfrey connection. We know Oprah probably hooked them up, right? So this is the Oprah connection going on here for sure. Anyways, they're definitely connected with, they're definitely working together with, and yeah. And it's free PR for him that he gets to be in People magazine for being the Godfather, either whenever that actually happened in reality, if it ever really happened, who knows? You can't tell with Harry and Meghan. This is all going to be Harry's, fantasy here. So, anyways, Perry said that Harry and Meghan, quote, were pretty serious on the phone when they called to ask when usually their chats are more lighthearted. I go, okay, what's going on? And they said, well, we'd like for you to be Lily's godfather. They're really going to go into this. Like, this is so important to talk about. They're not talking about the christening, with the baby war, what they said. They're not talking about anyone who was there outside of Tyler Perry. All they're talking about is a phone call between Megan and Tyler Perry that allegedly happened. And we all know after Megan lied about having chicken tacos with Michelle Obama. I mean, we can pretty much assume any communications they pretend to have are lies. So, taking this with a grain of salt as well. So, according to Tyler Perry, he said, "Okay, what's going on?" And they said, "We'd like for you to be Lily's godfather." And Tyler Perry goes, "Whoa!" And who offered his? Okay, Perry offered his California home to the couple after they left the UK in 2020, and he says, "quote I had to take a minute to take that in." And I thought I'd be honored. I'd absolutely be honored. So that's the end of the article. It's like, I'd be honored. I'd be so honored. What a crock of BS this thing is. Not one picture of a christening. Unbelievable. This is how Harry and Meghan work. So we all know Meghan's holding on to the pictures until somebody pays millions of dollars for them, and Harry makes up this fantasy about seeing his grandmother. And yeah, it's such a lame attempt at trying to rectify their image. It's like they think that if they don't put pictures in, that they're still claiming that they're seeking privacy. Like we are. We're a very private couple. We never include pictures in all of our puff pieces, right? Oh my goodness. Their lips are moving, they're lying, exactly. Yeah, there's no pictures of anything. And we don't even know when the christening happened. They claimed it happened on March 3rd, but Tyler Perry was saying that he was the godfather back in December. Not that he was going to be the godfather, he said he was the godfather. So that's kind of suspicious. That with Harry and Meghan, you have to like be suspicious of everything. It could have happened sooner. Winifred Thomas. Oh, one of her alleged Lily Bucks christenings. Yeah, it's also suspicious. Let's see. Did this really happen on March 3rd? Again, yes, no is difficult. But we'll see. I don't believe any of this. What happened with this christening? What's going on? Was it a christening or a party? Because they had dancing and music, and it doesn't sound like a christening to me. It didn't happen in a church, so I really don't think you could call it a christening if it happens in somebody's bathroom, right, or their kitchen sink, right? I don't think so. That's not the way it works. I'm no expert, but I'm pretty sure you got to have these things in a church. I mean, oh my goodness. This christening really happened. It was probably a satanic christening. That's why it had to be in her home. You know it. You know it. They probably like conjured in like Princess Diana to come in and possess her. King of Pentacles. Harry's a Harry story. Harry's behind the whole thing. Is Meghan trying to get Princess Diana's spirit here? She's trying to. Her and Harry, are they trying to conjure in Princess Diana here or what? Because Harry claims that he talks to his mother all the time, right? Talks to her hair by the table there, from what I heard. Let's see. Is Harry? I gotta switch to this because we know this thing. This thing is so crock. I don't think this thing ever really happened. If it happened, and maybe it did. I don't know, but I don't believe anything out of Harry and Meghan's mouth. There are no pictures. If there's no pictures, it didn't happen, right? No pictures, it didn't happen. That's all I gotta say. Didn't happen. They've got pictures of them that they call backgrid walking into a restaurant the other day, but they have no pictures of a christening. That makes sense, right? They got that priority straight, right? Them walking into a restaurant is so much more important than a christening, alleged christening. I think Harry's making it up. Yeah, oh yeah, Eight of Cups reversed. I think they're just going back over this story, trying to get more attention here, trying to get sympathy. This is how they try to get sympathy with the public. They bring in the babies and they say, "Oh, look, we did something like you regular people do. We had a christening." Unbelievable. All right, one last question. I'll call it a day. But thank you for listening. I just can't believe People Magazine has sunk so low with Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan just like destroy everything they touch. They really do. They're a wrecking ball. They really are. Harry and Meghan they're trying to bring Princess Diana into are they trying to bring him into their home? Four swords reversed. A deceased person. Remember that story Harry told of Meghan flinging her body on Princess Diana's grave, which of course, she's in a mausoleum, so it's not really that. Uh, I do get the idea of resurrecting somebody who's passed here and getting reversed for his swords. So I think they are trying to conjure up Princess Diana. They're trying to Harry and Meghan are trying to you get her to guide them and give them answers and help them. Yeah, they see that they're psychic and they're energy healers for that. Remember, Harry recently said, "Well, now that I know my mother just wants me to be happy, I'm so relieved." So obviously he spoke to a psychic or medium who told him something like that recently, right? It's so obvious, and I think they're doing that a lot. I think they're contacting Diana a lot. What I'm getting here, they're always trying to conjure her up. Yeah. Does Harry think he's talking to his mother? Oh yeah, look at that. Because when Harry's unhappy, especially, he tries to get her help. Yeah, he's out of his mind. Oh, and look at that. Queen of Wands, Meghan is manipulating him with that as well. She's like getting, messages uh to Harry that, from allegedly from his mother saying, you must protect Meghan. You must do this for Meghan. You must do that. So, that's why Harry came out recently The last video I did where I was talking about how Harry said Megan's so wonderful. She saved me. She's this. She walks on water. You know, she's a saint. Megan uses her spirit friends to send this message to Harry to infiltrate his mind with these messages to push Megan on a pedestal here. Yeah. Yeah, you don't think Diana would agree to anything he's done? No, nobody agrees with anything he's done. Yeah, you're right. Princess Diana would have kicked Megan and Doria out the door so fast. They would have they would have marks on their behinds if Princess Diana were alive. You know it. There's no way on earth Diana would have stood up, tolerated them with her son. The grifters and shakers that they are. Yeah. But apparently they do have the titles because Prince Charles made an agreement with Harry and Meghan. But he's making agreements with druggies, and good luck with that. If somebody is addicted to drugs, they'll tell you whatever you want to hear, and you can't believe a word of it, right? So apparently King Charles is still trying to work something out with them, but good luck with that. So we'll see what happens. We all know Harry and Meghan are just a disaster. So, anyways, that is it. That's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for being here, and please check out my video tomorrow morning. I set up premiere for tomorrow, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening. All right, take care, everyone. Thanks for being here. Bye bye.